To get stronger in calisthenics, you have to apply progressive overload, which means that you have to make your workouts progressively more difficult to force your body to adapt by building strength and muscle. But how exactly do you do that? By manipulating different variables that exist in a routine: reps, sets, rest, tempo, intensity, volume, and frequency. When you manipulate these variables correctly, you progress. In this video, I'll show you 18 methods that you can use to apply progressive overload in your workouts. With each method, I'll give you an example so you can better understand it. But if you don't care about the examples, I'll leave timestamps on the video so you can quickly skip around if you'd like. But before I give you the methods, I want to distinguish two different categories of progression. The first is intra-exercise progression, which focuses on improvements within the same exercise, progressing from 5 to 10 push-ups. The second is inter-exercise progression, which focuses on moving through the progressions of an exercise, progressing from a tuck planche to an advanced tuck planche. Let's start with inter-exercise progression methods. The first is called linear progression, which makes the exercise progressively more difficult by adding weight to it. Let's take push-ups as an example. In the first workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 bodyweight push-ups. In the second workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 push-ups with a 10-pound backpack. And in the third workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 push-ups with a 20-pound backpack. This is a really simple method of progression that originated from weight training, but it can be used effectively in bodyweight training as well. The second method is called linear repetition progression, which makes the exercise progressively more difficult by increasing the amount of repetitions you're doing. In the first workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 push-ups. In the second workout, you perform 3 sets of 6 push-ups. And in the third workout, you perform 3 sets of 7 push-ups. This is the best method of progression for beginners that don't have access to external weights, as they'll be able to progress relatively quickly with basic exercises. However, once you reach the 12-rep mark, you have to decide if your goal is to build endurance or strength. If it's to build endurance, then you can just continue with this method and do more and more reps. But if it's to build strength, you'll have to find a way how you can make the exercise more intense to ensure that you stay in the 3 to 12 rep range, because that's where strength is primarily built. The third method is called repetition addition, which makes the exercise progressively more difficult by increasing the amount of repetitions you're doing one set at a time. In the first workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 push-ups. In the second workout, you perform 6 push-ups in the first set and 5 push-ups in the remaining 2 sets. In the third workout, you perform 6 push-ups in the first 2 sets and 5 push-ups in the last set. And in the fourth workout, you perform 6 push-ups in all 3 sets. This is a much slower method of progression than the previous 2 methods, but it's a good way to bridge the gap between repetitions if you can't improve all of them in every set. The fourth method is called last set to failure, which is exactly how it sounds. You make the exercise progressively more difficult by performing the last set to failure. In the first workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 push-ups. In the second workout, you perform 5 push-ups in the first 2 sets and 6 push-ups in the last set. In the third workout, you perform 5 push-ups in the first 2 sets and 7 push-ups in the last set. And in the fourth workout, you perform 3 sets of 6 push-ups. As you can see, if you can do 2 more reps in your last set than you did in the first 2 sets, you can move from doing 5 to 6 push-ups in your first 2 sets. This is a good method to try if the previous methods have brought you to a plateau. The fifth method is called additional set, which makes the exercise progressively more difficult by adding another set. In the first workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 push-ups. In the second workout, you perform 4 sets of 5 push-ups. And in the third workout, you perform 5 sets of 5 push-ups. This is a straightforward way to add more volume to an exercise, which is very effective for building muscle, especially if you're working in the lower rep ranges. The sixth method is called rest pause, which makes the exercise progressively more difficult by making you rest for a specific amount of time after going to failure and doing another rep, and over time, decreasing the rest. In the first workout, you perform 5 push-ups in the first 2 sets and 4 push-ups in the last set. Rest for 20 seconds and do another push-up. In the second workout, you perform 5 push-ups in the first 2 sets and 4 push-ups in the last set. Rest for 10 seconds and do another push-up. And in the third workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 push-ups. This method allows you to hit the target amount of repetitions for the set with a very short rest time. Since you hit the repetitions that were planned, your body will slowly adapt to the load, and eventually you'll be able to combine the split repetitions in a single set. The seventh method is increasing the density, which makes the exercise progressively more difficult by making you perform the same amount of work in a shorter period of time. In the first workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 push-ups with 4 minutes of rest in between sets. In the second workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 push-ups with 3 minutes of rest in between sets. In the third workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 push-ups with 2 minutes of rest in between sets. And in the fourth workout, you perform perform 3 sets of 6 push-ups with 4 minutes of rest in between sets and continue the cycle all over again. Essentially, you're performing the same amount of repetitions in less time, which means that your overall work capacity has increased. The 8th method is slowing down the tempo. In the example that I'll give you, I'll be lengthening the eccentric portion of the exercise, but you can lengthen any portion of the exercise: the concentric, the pause at the bottom, or the pause at the top. In the first workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 push-ups with a 1 second eccentric. In the second workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 push-ups with a 2 second eccentric. In the third workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 push-ups with a 3 second eccentric. And in the fourth workout, you perform 3 sets of 6 push-ups with a 1 second eccentric and repeat the cycle all over again. Slowing down the tempo will result in more time under tension, but there may be other reasons to do it. For example, pausing at the top of a pseudo-planche push-up to get more time in the pseudo-planche hold position, or eliminating the muscle rebound, the stretch shorten cycle, which seems to make movements easier through the bottom of the range of motion by eliminating the immediate concentric after the eccentric is finished. For example, pausing at the bottom of a pull-up. The 9th method is increasing the frequency. The most common way to do this is a method called greasing the groove, applying a very high frequency to a single exercise to grease the neurological groove outside of workouts. You do it by doing 6 to 10 sets throughout the day at about 60 to 80% of your max reps. If your max is 8 push-ups, perform 5 to 6 push-ups 10 times per day. This will lead to 50 to 60 push-ups per day. Contrast this with only doing push-ups in your workout, where you would do no more than 5 sets of 7, which equals to 35 reps. While using this method, you will only be able to perform 1 pushing or pulling exercise per day without burning out. So for the duration of this method, eliminate all other pushing or pulling exercises from your workouts. Just know that this method does not work on the planche, because the muscles involved are much smaller and will burn out very quickly. Some of you are probably saying, okay, all of these methods sound nice, but I don't care about increasing my push-up reps. I want to achieve the planche. How do these methods apply to isometrics? All of these methods can be applied to isometrics in exactly the same way. Let's take, for example, a linear repetition progression with the tuck planche. In the first workout, you perform 3 sets of 5-second tuck planche holds. In the second workout, you perform 3 sets of 6-second tuck planche holds. And in the third workout, you perform 3 sets of 7-second tuck planche holds. Another example, last sets of failure. In the first workout, you perform 2 sets of 5-second tuck planche holds and an 8-second hold in the last set. In the second workout, you perform 3 sets of 7-second tuck planche holds. And in the third workout, you perform 2 sets of 7-second tuck planche holds and a 9-second hold in the last set. All of the methods in this video can be used for isometrics just as well, so be creative. Now let's talk about the second category of progression, inter-exercise progression. As you recall, inter-exercise progression focuses on moving through the progressions of an exercise, progressing from a tuck planche to an advanced tuck planche. The first method is called weight addition, which makes the exercise progressively more difficult by adding weight to it, just like a linear progression. Let's take the tuck planche as an example. In the first workout, you perform 3 sets of 5-second tuck planche holds. In the second workout, you perform 3 sets of 5-second tuck planche holds with 2-pound ankle weights. In the third workout, you perform 3 sets of 5-second tuck planche holds with 4-pound ankle weights. In the fourth workout, you perform 3 sets of 5-second tuck planche holds with 6-pound ankle weights. And in the fifth workout, you perform 3 sets of 5-second advanced tuck planche holds. This is a very simple method that you can use to bridge the gap between the tuck planche and advanced tuck planche. The second method is using assistance, which makes the more advanced movement easier. I use this method in my training all the time. I use the resistance bands to make the next progression easier, so I can get my body used to it. When doing assisted exercises, you can progress by using any of the methods mentioned earlier, so I'm not going to give you an example on this one. Just make sure that your assistance methods are measurable. If you are using resistance bands to train planche, always tie the band on the same bar so it gives you the same amount of assistance. This is because if you tie the band on a higher bar, it'll provide more assistance, since it'll be more stretched out. This is why I love working out with rings. All I have to do is keep their height the same, and the band will provide the same amount of assistance, since the height from the rings to the bar won't change. The third method is using eccentrics of the next progression, and over time, lengthening the eccentric. In the first workout, you perform 3 sets of 3 front lever eccentrics, 6 seconds each. In the second workout, you perform 3 sets of 3 front lever eccentrics, 7 seconds each. And in the third workout, you perform 3 sets of 3 front lever eccentrics, 8 seconds each. Generally speaking, if you can perform 3 10-second eccentrics, you can perform at least 1 concentric, which in this case would be a front lever raise. The fourth method is using momentum and extra range of motion to achieve the next progression. For example, instead of doing the tuck front lever pull-up, start in a dead hang. Pull up to the top of the advanced tuck front lever pull-up and lower down to a dead hang. Once you're able to do 3 sets of 8 reps of these, you should be able to do 3 sets of 4 advanced tuck front lever pull-ups. You can also apply this to planche or handstand push-ups by moving in from a dip position. The fifth method is modifying the exercise, so it's more difficult in the range of motion that's the easiest. For example, when doing tuck planche push-ups, move into an advanced tuck planche at the bottom. Once you're able to do 3 sets of 8 reps of these, you should be able to do 3 sets of 3 advanced tuck planche push-ups. The sixth method is adding more sets and decreasing rest times. In the first workout, you perform 3 sets of 20-second tuck planche holds with 3 minutes of rest in between sets. In the second workout, you perform 4 sets of 20-second tuck planche holds with 3 minutes of rest in between sets. In the third workout, you perform 5 sets of 20-second tuck planche holds with 3 minutes of rest in between sets. In the fourth workout, you perform 5 sets of 20-second tuck planche holds with 2 minutes of rest in between sets. And in the fifth workout, you perform 5 sets of 20-second tuck planche holds with 1 minute of rest in between sets. If you were unable to do an advanced tuck planche at the beginning, then once you're able to do 5 sets of 20-second tuck planche holds with 1 minute of rest, you're for sure going to be able to do an advanced tuck planche. This example increases the number of sets before decreasing the rest times, but you can do it the other way around or even manipulate both of these variables simultaneously. The seventh method is called hybrid sets, which combines the 2 progressions that you find yourself stuck between in the same set. It's basically like a drop set where you start the set with the most difficult progression and finish the set with an easier progression. This forms a hybrid of the next progression so that you're building strength for it while also increasing the volume to build muscle. In the first workout, you perform 3 sets of 10-second tuck planche holds. In the second workout, you perform 3 sets of 1-second advanced tuck planche holds followed by 6-second tuck planche holds. In the third workout, you perform 3 sets of 2-second advanced tuck planche holds followed by 4-second tuck planche holds. In the fourth workout, you perform 3 sets of 3-second advanced tuck planche holds followed by 2-second tuck planche holds. And in the fifth workout, you perform 3 sets of 4-second advanced tuck planche holds. This doubles the factors that you can progress on. You can progress on the more difficult or the easier progression. Either way, you're becoming stronger. The eighth method is called hybrid sets with eccentrics, which combines an exercise that you can barely do with eccentrics of that same exercise. If you want to improve your pull-ups, do as many pull-ups as you can and follow them up with pull-up eccentrics. And as you're able to do more and more pull-ups, do less and less pull-up eccentrics. For example, in the first workout, you perform 3 sets of 1 pull-up, followed by 5 pull-up eccentrics. In the second workout, you perform 3 sets of 2 pull-ups, followed by 4 pull-up eccentrics. In the third workout, you perform 3 sets of 3 pull-ups, followed by 3 pull-up eccentrics. In the fourth workout, you perform 3 sets of 4 pull-ups, followed by 2 pull-up eccentrics. And in the fifth workout, you perform 3 sets of 5 pull-ups, followed by 1 pull-up eccentric. And the ninth method is called simple hybrid sets, which is just like hybrid sets, but the 2 progressions aren't combined in one set. They're in separate sets. In the first workout, do 3 sets of 3-second advanced tuck planche holds and 3 sets of 10-second tuck planche holds. In the second workout, do 4 sets of 3-second advanced tuck planche holds and 2 sets of 10-second tuck planche holds. In the third workout, do 5 sets of 3-second advanced tuck planche holds and 1 set of a 10-second tuck planche hold. And in the fourth workout, you should be able to do at least a 5-second advanced tuck planche hold. Okay, these were a lot of different methods of applying progressive overload, but don't get overwhelmed. You only need to choose 1 or 2 at a time. For complete beginners, the linear and linear repetition progression will be the best methods, since these methods are very simple and they'll be able to progress quickly. They should choose a different method only when they've hit a plateau with these ones. And just so you know, I got all of these methods from Overcoming Gravity 2nd edition, so make sure to check it out if you're interested in knowledge like this. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, comment down below which method is your favorite, and click the link in the description for the best 9 bodyweight exercises. Other than that, make sure to have an awesome day. Peace!